What is going on, my lovely folks that watch my shit show, one shit show right after another shit show? Fucking love you. Today, bam, wha-bam, ka-bam, bam. Didn't see that, did you? That's right. Didn't see that coming for you cock smoker, right? All right. Check that out. I have Matt Montgomery's personal. I went to his house and he just wanted me to leave with it. So I did. This right here even comes with really cool. Check that out, man. He's in. This dude, like, legit, not to be sidetracked. When I went to his place, motherfucker had the OG Optimus Prime. The OG. Not the remake. The OG. 10-year-old me was like, fuck, this guy's just fucking got life figured out. I don't have an Optimus Prime. I couldn't even get the fucking 5 lions. For a while, they were easy to find, and when I finally had the cash, I couldn't find the fuckers. Yeah, dude, I love fucking Transformers and Voltron. But I don't like the Voltron from outer space. I like the lions. Does that make me a bad person? Anyway, we're not here to talk about fucking Voltron. We're not here to talk about Transformers. Although, the Autobots are on this. But this right here is the Supernova Overdrive by Supernova Effects. The man in charge, Matt Montgomery. Super awesome dude. I've met some builders now that are just like, you meet some people and it's like, okay, this is my brand. I need this. I would like to have this represented in my brand. And I like what you do. Do what you do. Just tone the things about my mom's asshole down. Matt wasn't like that. Matt was just like, man, I like your videos. I like what you do. And I'm excited to see the video. And when he's done, he's just going to be just like his mom. Really upset with my performance. Got one in there for you, man. All right. So anyway, this is his take on the Tube Screamer. Now, part of it is very 808-ish, and part of it is TS9. In my opinion, you take the TS9 and you take the 808, you put them together and you burn them into one big ball and hope that 3 knobs sticks out of it. Because it really is, if you had those 2 circuits just molded together. It's not really an 808 and it's not really a TS9. It's literally what would happen if a TS9 monkey fucked an 808 and it took a shit the next morning, birth, whatever you want to call it. This is what you would get. It's powerful. It gets very articulate and it can get very nasty. Okay? The Doom guys will love it. The metal guys will love it. The rock and roll guys will love it. The blues guys, the most curmudgeon, oh my god, making these guys happy has to drive builders and amp guys and guitar guys absolutely fucking nuts. Because the blues guys are just unreasonable. Because they bought their guitar 20 years ago and they want to play a new guitar, but they want that new guitar to play like the guitar they've been beating the shit out of for 20 years. Because they're psychopaths. To the blues community, really. Pick one to sit on and just fucking spin. With that said, Kenny Wayne Shepherd's a god. Just gonna put that out there. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. I'm running my mouth, but what I said is it's not misinformed facts. Blues guys are douchey. Not as douchey as the Doom guys, but they're fucking douchey. And I get it, because they play with feel and talent. They're playing real music. They're playing God's music. With the devil note. And they make those faces like someone farted like in their face and they're trying to move out of the way of it. You know the face I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyhow. Back to where I'm supposed to go. Yeah. Sorry, Matt. You fucked up sending me home with this pedal. So it's really good. I saw his pieces and stuff. He has an organized mess. But after you've been opening up a bunch of pedals and you've dealt with as many of them as I have, not that I'm bragging and saying I'm the be-all end-all of what I'm looking at, but he uses some of the best components known to mankind. He is not using garbage and selling you something going, this is fucking badass. No. Matter of fact, the guy barely ever talks about his pedals, which is weird, because 2 of his pedals I absolutely adore. I love the Klon-like. To me, that Klon-like, it's just perfect. There's nothing I would change. The Overdrive, I had one little thing, and I'm not going to really talk about it just in case he doesn't ever do it. I don't need you guys, like, making this guy's life a living hell. He's a busy man. He actually has a career that's not building pedals. He does this in his spare time. And he's very passionate about it. He's very passionate about music and gear. And I mean, the guy's gear room's a museum. I don't know if I should have said that on a public forum, but he's a very fortunate man. He's done the work to collect, and he's got some very cool ass pieces, and he's super kind with them. Like, you can sit down and play them. Like, I was playing a guitar older than I am. If that gives you an idea. Actually, I think it was older than my mom. And he didn't care. He just handed it to me to play it. Oh, man. First I thought I was like, I'm going to ding this thing. I'm going to scratch this thing. He didn't even give a shit. He's just like, here you go, man. Have fun. I have a lot of respect for that, because I do the same thing. If someone comes over here and wants to try something, have it, man. Go for it. Knock yourself out. People are like, oh, do I need to put something in my lap or something? Nah. It's a guitar. If it gets a scratch on it, it's a love mark. You know? It's like when a woman has a kid, she gets stretch marks. And people are like, oh, that's the grossest thing ever. I'm like, bitch, you know what she fucking been through? She's been through fucking war. She had a human that's eventually going to stop shitting in a diaper, shit on a toilet, and then make another human at some point, right? If everything goes well. And that's just, it's amazing, right? It's the same thing, sort of. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to hook this thing up, and you're going to be stuck watching my intro. This will be my first video with a new one. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one or if I'm going to do it differently. I took a couple pointers from my boy Chase over at That Sounds Terrible, or as we like to call it, the semi-chugging garden gnome motherfucker of doom. That ginger asshole. Anyhow, go check him out. He's a good dude. He really is. And I'm just going to put that out here. I'm not gay for him or anything, but I love that man. I really do. He's like a brother that didn't get raised in the same house as me. We have the same view on too many things, like the same of too many things, but yet, like with brothers, like with my own brother. I love my own brother right to death, but there's an oil and water of how we do certain things, right? And Chase is kind of the same way. Like, we're in the same house. We're going to end up on the same couch laughing about shit, but we're going to take a different route in the house to get to the couch. That's a fucked up analogy. Anyway, watch my intro. And I'm going to plug all this shit in. We're going to have fun. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have fun. And we're going to keep it short. Short and sweet. Right? Like my meat. Ask your mom. All right. Later. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back, we're all hooked up. We're going to use the Redbeard Amplification Poltergeist, and this is what that sounds like all by itself. As you can tell, I had the gain just, turned way back on this thing. Because we're going to show you exactly how awesome that the Supernova Overdrive is. We'll play a riff and then I'll turn that on back to back. Here we go. Alright, so obviously I don't really need to play with this thing at all, but what we're going to do is we're going to put everything at noon, which is going to be nuts, but we're going to do it anyway because, well, here at the Truck Driver Show on YouTube channel, we just do some strange ass nutty shit. Alright, here we go. That was everything just at noontime on this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this up to be kind of like the metal guys. Pretty much you can depend on how they're going to set it up, right? So we're going to turn the gain all the way off. We're going to crank the volume all the way up. And we're going to leave the tone in the middle. Here we go. Okay, that is just the old-fashioned standard, right? So as you can tell, she's pretty thick. We don't have hardly shit for gain on right now. So we're just going to, bump that gain stage a little bit by flicking down. And let's see what we get out of that. So as you can tell, it's still super, super present. So we're going to turn the presence down on the red beer just a little bit. And maybe punch that depth up just a little. So take away a little, add a little. Let's see what we get out of this. Alright, so as you can tell, we're still really pushing hard. That's what's awesome about Matt's take on this, is this pedal is ignorantly powerful. It's his take on an 808, and in my opinion, it's sort of like if you could take an 808 and a TS-808 and a TS-9 and just mash them together without separating them. Literally, it's just chaos. So we're going to turn this volume down to what I call the happy spot, which is you go to half, where it's up and down with the V, and just point it at the E. Okay? And then we're going to add just a touch of gain, just to kind of, you know, engage it, we'll call it. So here we go. I mean, we're almost into like a really, really sweet tone right now, right? So we're going to say the rest of it is to do with the amp. So I have a lot of treble going right now. So it's still a little bit bright for me. So we're going to add a little more depth. And we're going to take just a little bit of that treble off. So I really don't want to mess with the mids, because I kind of got the mids right where I want it. And we're going to back the tone off just a sliver on the thing, see what we get now. Yeah, so I got a little carried away there. I fucking love this thing. So yeah, didn't mean to go long-winded, but that's kind of what I do at this point, right? I mean, if anybody's watched my stuff, you know yeah, I should stop long before I do. But you know what? Fuck it. Supernova effects. Matt Montgomery he's a smart dude. This is awesome. And what's going to make this thing even better, he's supposed to be working on it. But he could have lied to me because I stand in front of him, which happens. Sometimes he'll lie to me just to get me to go away. He's going to put a little switch. It's going to cause a little bit of magic in it for the metal guys. He's going to take this thing and just turn it into a fucking metal thumping ass beast. If it all works out right. And even if it doesn't, this just stock is fantastic. What's really awesome about ordering from Supernova Effects, you want a certain color, tell them what you want. You want a graphic on it, like say you're in a band and you want your band logo on it, talk to him about it, okay? Get a hold of them. Supernova Effects, they got website, they got Instagram, they got Facebook. Matt Montgomery's everywhere. One of the nicest guys you could ever meet in your life. The dude, he understands gear. Let's just put it that way. A lot of us, when we jack our dick to gear porn, it's because we're looking at other people's stuff. I'm pretty sure that guy sits down naked and eats cheesecake in his gear room. And he's never once, ever once, put the cherry topping on the cheesecake. I'm just going to put that out there. Love you, Matt. Anyhow, please go check him out. Again, small business. The dude is building it in his house. He's wiring everything up. He's taking stuff you're kind of familiar with and manipulating it to his will, and his will is just amazing. As you know, he builds the Klon-like, which is just fucking phenomenal. He has this one, which is the Supernova Overdrive. As far as I know, that is what it's called. Sometimes he calls things 5 or 6 different things. You know what the fuck's going on? And so slight to him, it is amazing. So I love this thing. And I can't wait to get the one with the switch. I'm sure he'll get to it when he has time. And we'll see another video where I'm like, hey, this one's got the Flick Your Mom's Bean switch on it. Alright? Very cool. Gear used today. In this super dragged out video of me running my dick hole about everything underneath the sun except for what I was supposed to. My signature, Deviant linchpin. Love this thing. I might have rubbed my dick on it today already. That is going into the Supernova Effects Supernova Overdrive. That's a fucking mouthful, isn't it? Which is going into the Redbeard Amplification Poltergeist 50 watt, 1 channel amp set on Death and Destruction, and pretty much this amp does everything. If you're in country, it's going to do it. You play blues, oddly enough, it's going to do it. About the only thing it doesn't do is a nice clean channel, because it's not meant for that. It's like the old-fashioned amps. If you want cleans, you got to turn your volume back. This is a hand-wired point-to-point amp. It's fucking phenomenal. If you want one that does everything, like it has the kitchen sink, it'll give you Dick the Black Man handshake after midnight. You got it, man. This thing just does it. And yeah. I mean, really. I'm struggling on whether or not I should send this thing back. And my God, I love single channel amps, and this thing just really is so much fun. You can dial in so many different tones. It's like any other 1 channel amp. It's really good. And I know I'm sitting here, I'm basically like, fucking love you, probably shouldn't have done that. Someone's gonna put a dick in my hand at some point. It's gonna haunt me. But fuck it, I don't give a shit. This is an Arachnid 2x12 cab that was built for me by the wonderful folks, meaning folk, one man, Mr. Calhoun. Dude is an incredibly good human being, amazing guitar player. I literally watched one of his live streams, or him just going live, just being silly the other night. And his playing just blows me away. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should pick up a guitar after watching that shit, you know? And that goes all into my camera, which is a Zoom Q8N. That records everything, even the squeaks from this fucking chair. I'm about fixing to call these rock sock motherfuckers and be like, listen, that's the noisiest motherfucker I've ever sat on. I've sat in and I've fucked up some chair stuff. Granted, they hold me up, which is nice, but fuck, man, they creak all to hell. It's kind of annoying. Just saying. But yeah, there's no computers involved, folks. It's just into the camera, then right onto my cell phone. It's super easy. From SD card to fucking shitty ass Samsung S22 and right to the fucking Yuza tuba. Alright. Very cool. Keep music evil. Bring me nudes of your mom. Don't be a dick. Subscribe to my shit. And I'll catch you in the next video. Later.